Well, we knew it wasn't going to be easy for a lot of reasons. First off, Charlotte's a really good basketball team. Um, I was concerned, just not for that reason, you're on the road, but it's concerned being off so long, 10, 11 days, whatever it's been, 12 days. It's never easy. We originally had a game scheduled on the 28th after Christmas to give you a little bit of rhythm. And plus, Charles has been out. Charles hadn't practiced. Yesterday was the first day he did anything for the last 12 days, whatever, again, how many ever days it's been. His last game was on the 19th of December at Alabama. So since then, he hadn't done anything, 13 days. So we knew his rhythm was going to be bad. I thought we played that way the first half. I thought the first half we turned the ball over, and that was the difference in the game. We couldn't score very well, and we turned it over. We gave them 10 points in transition. But the second half, I thought we were much better. Number one, we took care of the basketball. We had 5 turnovers second half. We were much more efficient offensively. We got the ball in there to Carson some. Luke loosened up, made some shots, and Tay made some shots, and Charles got on those offensive boards a little bit. Second half, I think we shoot 60 some odd percent. And again, it's never easy to go on the road, particularly coming off a Christmas break and doing against a really good team. Again, this team went to Davison and won. And when you can do that, they'd won 3 in a row. We knew it was going to be tough, but our guys found ways. And, I said this to the team. Again, the one thing about our team that's going to help us is our bench. And again, our bench, kind of saves us, but comes in and adds too. And when I say bench, those guys that come in there, play as much or more minutes than starters do. But it was a great team effort. Now what we got to find a way to do is something none of us have ever done. As a coach and players, turn around and play another team second night. And you look around the country, it's amazing when you look to see how that turnaround's happened. So we got to figure out a way now. Ain't no celebration. You got to take care of that first game. They're going to come out tomorrow night. It's going to be that same team. They're going to keep score. And we got to find a way again to get back ready and do it again tomorrow night. But I'm very proud of our team's effort and the way they had to do it. I think we got down 11 points maybe, but we found ways to overcome some things and showed some toughness and some grit. And I thought we did a really good job on Young the second half and on Williams. Those 2 guys killed us the first half. Second half, Williams has 4 points. I think Young has 6 points. So those are huge stats.
Coach Jared with the Daily News. Can you hear me?
I hear you, yes.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Perfect. You've talked about energy all year and where it is a weird year with not many fans and stuff. You guys start the second half with a Josh Anderson steal and dunk and then a lob to Charles Bassey. You ended the half with that big 3 from Luke. How important were those 3 plays and the 2 dunks out of the break as part of that 6-0 run as energy plays to kind of setting that tone in the second half?
Those are all good points and all important plays. Still being down 9, you're down 6. Huge shot there before half, and it was their ball start the second half. And when you're on the road and you're down, boy, you got to try to find ways to get stops. And Josh did a good job participating and got that steal. And all of a sudden it turned into a 4-point game. I think we cut it to 2 or 1 a couple different times, but I think they spurted back out, didn't they? They spurted back out to 9 or 11. Anybody know 11? So we got behind 11 the second half again, right? Is that correct, guys? But again, we kept finding ways. I know Luke stepped up and made a couple shots, but I thought our guys, just took their energy and focus and concentration to another level. And I thought we did a good job defensively. I thought we guarded Young and Shepard about as good as you can guard them.
Coach Jared again. It was 7 they spurted out to in the second half. But, you've mentioned Bryce Williams. Talking to you a few days ago, you said you couldn't let Young and Shepard have a career day. Williams had a career day in the first half. What was it about him that made him so effective or so tough to defend in that first half?
He made shots. He made I think he had a couple threes and made those 18-footers. Didn't make them as much second half. He had 4 points second half. That's the motion of the game. I don't know. I wish I knew why he did it the first half. I'm sure their coach is trying to wonder why he did it so well the first half and do it well the second half. But, that's basketball. They're at home and first game at home. And, I guess they probably had a little edge mentally too. But he played very well. We weren't planning on him having 17 at halftime. That was for sure. But again, I said the biggest stat the first half, we turned it over. And those turnovers, live ball turnovers that led to transition baskets. And we had to make them score in front of us. I think the second half, we had one live ball turnover that led to a basket. I think only one.
Coach is Jeff Lighty from WBKO. Charles looked, he's been off for a long time. He looked hobbled at times out there. Just kind of tell us what's the status on him and will he suit up tomorrow?
Well, hey, our biggest concern was just play game one. Let's find a way to win game one. I think that we probably, didn't run his wheels off of him, 24, 25 minutes. It's decent minutes. I know he came out of the game. I think it was his knee that was tweaked. It wasn't his back. He hadn't practiced because of his back. That's basically where that's been. So that will be our challenge. I don't have the answer to those questions yet, where he's going to be physically with his back or his knee. I know Luke sprained his ankle a little bit there late in the game. He says he's okay. We put him back in there. But again, when you're on the road, we need all hands on deck ready to go. But if not, someone else has got to step up. And again, that's something I like about our team. We got some different guys on that bench who can help us. Kevin stepped up, he hit a big shot tonight, had a putback. Those are huge plays.
Hey, Coach, this is Nick Keyser from the College Heights Herald. So you already touched on this is very uncharted territory going back-to-back games. And so now you've kind of seen like a three-headed monster from Charlotte. So what's kind of the approach to kind of, contain those guys more so tomorrow?
Well, there's not going to be much of a different game plan, if that's what you're asking. Different game plan was let's game plan the way we played second half. That first half, that's out of our system. Hopefully we got a little bit better rhythm now. Hopefully our depth will take some toll a little bit. They played young, I think 38, 39 minutes, Shepherd 35. So we know it's not going to be easy. Again, but that's our challenge. There's several leagues doing this. You guys do a little bit of research. I'm not going to give you all the teams. There's about 5 or 6 teams where there's been some of them as much as a 45-point swing. One team win by 31-9, get beat 15 the next night. Several of them most of them been in the 20-point swings. Do your research, and you guys can write about that a little bit. But our challenge is not to be one of those teams. They all count as one win and one loss, and we got to find a way. Ain't no celebrating. We came up here to play 2 games and win 2 games, and that's going to be our next challenge. Again, but I think our guys will be ready. It's always good to win the first one, that's for sure.
Anything else for Coach? All right, we'll be back with Davion and Tavion.